Hello and welcome to Topsin. My name is William Lebowski, and welcome to a sunny Portimao here in Portugal, I think. And one thing that you do need to be forewarned, I know this could be a little bit surprising, but the flying car has been mastered, it has been perfected, and it has been brought to us. As you can see, a car has already taken flight coming into the chicane here, and that will be a little bit of a trend. I don't want to alarm anybody because I know that everybody has been expecting the arrival of a flying car any decade now, but we probably are several decades away. As you can see, another car take flight ahead of me. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a warning. Do not be afraid. Flying cars are normal in this section, in this part of town, in this part of the world. When it comes to the British touring car, they can take flight. Take that, Elon Musk. But anyway, welcome to Topsin, you guys. We've already taken a look at the British touring car, my first race, and as well as a little bit of a first impression and review of those has gone up. But now I'm been diving deeper into the touring cars, and I felt like the best way to kind of show that side of getting deeper into them was by showing you a live race, a live commentary race. So that is what we have today for you, and you can see how everything progresses in real time with these cars. Another flying car. Dun, 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 dun. But so yeah, a little bit of surprise when it comes to just the racing, when it comes to the way the cars were handling, when it came to tire wear and temperatures. So it just was a little bit of a new experience. So come along for the ride for that. Definitely some unique racing that rFactor 2 is definitely not known for. I think we're all a little bit more familiar with the longer format endurance multi-class racing that rFactor is known for, but here we go, British touring cars, and here we go. Let's see what you guys think.
I'm not sure what kind of world and what kind of gravity we're in right now. I thought we were in Portugal, but on Earth, but here it turns out we're on Mars or something or the moon with way less gravity, because all of a sudden cars are just taking to the skies in corners. I can't really imagine what the problem is there, other than it's not just something that I have seen on this track. It is something I've noticed consistent with the British touring cars, so I have to imagine it's something wrong with the cars themselves, and not something wrong with this track or a specific track or specific race or whatever it is setup. It's got to be a problem with the touring cars. And speaking of problems with the touring cars, which is about to cause myself a big one, but problems with the touring cars, I'm noticing that the fronts wear and heat up way higher than what they should be. And I know the knee-jerk reaction is to say, hey, they're front-wheel drive cars. You're going, from braking to accelerating. Everything is happening through those front wheels. Of course, there's going to be more wear and temps. But just keep your eye on that bottom right, and you'll be able to see through these corners just kind of how hot and how quickly these tires are wearing at certain parts. And even in my first race with the touring cars, I picked the Infinity, which is a rear-wheel drive touring car, and even in that video I made a comment about how the front just seems to heat up and wear down a little bit quicker than what should be happening, especially with a rear-wheel drive car. And so I think that it's a problem across all of the touring cars, and not just, yep, saw that coming from a mile away. Let's see. We do make the pass on the one car, and we were able to get a free pass from the flipped car. So now we have the hard work of catching up to these cars ahead of us while getting chased down by the car behind us. Wow, half a track limit point for that. Seems a bit excessive. 3 wide. That'll make me catch up to you guys real quick if you're going to fight like that through the corner. Obviously, that was not going to work out. So we are on, I guess we are on the start. Either way, we are on the start of lap 3, 5 minutes into a race, and the front left is down to 87 wear, 86 wear. And these are mediums, by the way. These are not softs. So it does, it doesn't add up, right? Like the tire wear seems a little bit quick. That being said, I don't want to sound like I'm a negative Nancy about these cars or about rFactor 2 or anything like that, because rFactor 2 is still my favorite sim. These cars I'm still enjoying, and the touring car class is definitely just one that I'm real happy to see getting higher and higher representation, because they're just so much fun. And up until, you know, yesterday, for me, Race Room was the place for touring cars for me, and they are done really well there. The AI are very good. There's an awesome selection of tracks that really fit the touring cars really well, but it does leave, you know, just Race Room just leaves a little bit for me to be desired when it comes to the feel of cars. Another car behind us just taking flight. And so that makes me really happy to see specifically rFactor 2 pick up the touring cars, because it's a sim that I love the feel of the car. I love the detail of both the track and the car that you get, especially, and then through movement you get so much detail as well through your force feedback. And so I'm really happy rFactor 2 is moving in a touring car direction, and I just hope that that direction is successful enough to justify its continuation, just because of how much I selfishly enjoy the racing. Nice scrappy racing with cars that are generally pretty tough, at least from my experience in other sims. I will say another thing about these rFactor 2 touring cars is that they do seem to be a little bit weak. They've got the squirrely, aspect of them down. They've got the type of that style of racing down in terms of how they behave and how they can handle and what they will do with the AI. But the cars just seem a little bit weaker than what I'm used to in other sims for touring cars, which would be cool to see updated, because as you've seen so far, and I'm sure what you've already experienced, the AI really get their elbows out with these touring cars and really will bash doors with you and bang for position. Man, just stacking up our track limit points. We're gonna get another point there. Oh no, wow, it didn't give us one there. But yeah, so as you can see now, we're below 70% on that front left, 80 in the front right, in the high 90s in our rears. So it does seem a little premature, doesn't it? All right, but now we've got these 3 chaps ahead of us, and we're getting, I was going to say, we're getting to the point where we're right up on their bumper and being able to start thinking about moves right as that guy slows down into our front bumper. I'm going to blame that. He ran into us, not me running into him. All right, can we make a move on the inside here? Wow, covered it all the way in, even going to the inside of the car in front of him. They're too wide through this middle section. We've picked up some new front end damage. Hopefully that won't play any impact on our front straightaway here, as it is massive. Yeah, like he knew I was there and just really fucking sent it, huh? Like just really banging the doors. And I feel like that should, I've got some blue damage now on the front quarter panel, and it just seems like if that's going to be the way that we drive, these cars should be able to take a little bit more. Car taking flight behind us, 2 cars taking flight behind us and rolling. So it doesn't seem perfect. So it would be great to see those improvements. Oh, come on, stay on the track. Yeah, now this front left is in the 60s, below 80% on the front right. Yeah, we are just not sticking anymore. All right, if we're gonna get ahead of this car in front of us, we've really got to be intentional about how we drive and how we make this upcoming pass. This will be our last lap as the race just ends as we cross the finish line, start our last lap here. We're probably only going to have one opportunity at this, so we got to make sure to get us to that opportunity and be able to execute it when it comes. Man, these tires just do not want to grip anymore. They have given us all she's got, Captain. But I got to squeeze a little bit more out of them as the car in front of us goes flipping ahead. So they're just way too prone to flipping. And I have seen that, for example, GEM, when they made their first versions of the Naguya and even of the Ginetta, when they came out, they were a little bit prone to flipping like that, and they fixed it. They came out with a new version of the car that addressed that, and that changed the physics, and it fixed it. And so it's something that I know Studio 397, Motorsport Games, whatever we want to, I know that they can do it. All right. And it would just be great to see that happen quickly. Okay, let's see. Let's see, here we go. A little bit of a check. Make him lose 2 positions. Oh, we just can't stick. He's going to come back. All right, we claimed it. We got it. But our car's not going to want to stick on the apex here. It's going to start sliding out on us. Keep it in control. So yeah, in 10 minutes, we used half of our front left tire, which just seems ridiculous on mediums. But anyway, that was our race. Bit of a choppy race, bit of not so clean, but that was our rough and dirty TCR, British Touring Car race here at Portimao. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm interested, very much interested to hear what you guys have to say about the Touring Car series so far in R Factor 2 and how they feel and what you want to see changed, updated, improved. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.